Well guys, it's June the 21st. We've just had a couple of days away in the van, and that next phase of the conversion I'm hoping I might get to show you, but it's brilliant. It's all lined now, fully insulated, full electrics, so it was brilliant. So we've enjoyed a good couple of days and come back, and things just in a couple of days, it's amazing. You can see how much difference there is in terms of growth. But so I've just pulled these French breakfast radish now. This is the second lot of multi-sown, and I'm hoping you can see there's loads of them. Beautiful. And I've just also harvested some of this Lolo Rosso, which is good, and the beets I think are going to be ready for their first harvest in the next certainly 10 days now, probably next week to be honest with you. So I've got some other things I want to show you, so I'll bring you back in due course. Okay, a quick look in the frames then. So I did get the last of the little peppers, sweet peppers, planted out. I think there's 7 in there. I need to get this basil put in the greenhouse today or tomorrow, and the squash need to go out. You can see they're running out of food now. So I need to get all those, well, nearly all of them out. That's the next lot of spring onion coming through. And then over into this one, those are the little gem lettuce growing away nicely. This is the next sowing of peas, so they'll be going out very, very soon. And that, I need to repot those Savoy cabbage there. And if I have any space, I can shove those little gem lettuce in. Quick check-in on the greenhouse, so you can see now that the Crimson Crush here on the right, well, and left, there the first truss is flowering now, so probably just need to start tying them up and do a bit of side shooting. The little peppers here are flowering, they've got flowers on, just tap them around a bit, distribute some pollen, but that's great. And yeah, these are red cherry, and so that one's second truss is flowering, and this one here now is really romping on. So that's 1, 2, 3 truss flowering. You can see the 4th truss there, so I'll probably get them to at least 5 trusses. So there's a little bit of work to do in the greenhouse. And then the basil, I'm just kind of dotting it around in the front of this pathway here. Maybe, anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of dotting it in really, so that can go out very, very soon. Look at that asparagus now, fantastic. So the squash, the cheeky curie, are going to go kind of in here and then through, and I've got some, oh, you can see it there, a couple of sheets of galvanised like mesh. So the idea is to train it through, up, and then along the trellis. I did that successfully a year or 2 since. I just need to run the hoe over it, get some rid of that surface weed, and then we can get those in. Since we put this lot round the peas, you can see now that they're a bit happier, and they're starting to flower pretty good now. And this last row I put in, the sparrows are getting them a little bit, but they're a lot better protected than the first lot. And then there's just room here for that last lot to go in. I'll see if I can pull something else over it, like a net, I don't know, something anyway. And that's all the French beans for now. You can see they're in different stages. So these were the first planted, and they're just coming up to flower now. I'll spin you around, and that's the carrots there. I think it's Nance early or something like that, but anyway, they're looking alright. Pretty cool. Another peek in the codling moth trap. There's more, definitely. I think it must be a couple of warm nights, so they've been flying again, and I think there's 8 in there now. You can see them there. It's difficult to get the viewfinder in, but yeah, it's definitely trapping them. So about another 3 weeks I'll replace this, 3 or 4 weeks, replace the pheromone lure. But I'm happy that that's doing its job. Something else I want to show you guys. A few years ago I bought one of these Flit Sprayers. They're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it's from a company called Chrysanthemums Direct. Anyway, it developed a tiny little crack on this brass part here, and you could see sort of water coming out. So I contacted them and said, look, I'm not sure exactly when I bought it, but I don't think it should have developed a fault at this point. You know, are you able to replace it? Anyway, they said, look, send me a little picture or video. I sent them a tiny little video where you could clearly see some water coming out. Anyway, they agreed to send me a replacement, and here it is. So big thanks to Georgina, I think, at Chrysanthemums Direct for sending me a replacement. That's much appreciated. Okay, so we're down on the micro orchard now, and the next job I need to do is get this soft neck garlic out. I think it's probably done now. I see other gardeners are getting theirs up, so it's the first time I've ever grown it, so let's see what we got. Alright guys, so it's not massive, like I said, it's the first time I've grown it, but it was just off a couple of bulb on an outdoor market. I like the look of it. I think that's the only one that hasn't differentiated. Is that the right term? Split into claws, but all these have. So yeah, I mean, it's, like I said, it's not huge, but there's no evidence of white rot or anything. It all seems in good health, so I'm just going to leave it in this tray, and it'll go underneath one of those things there, keep the rain off it until it's nice and dry, and then we can store that. So the next job now, I'm just going to lift. This is a row of rocket. You can see they've more or less finished flowering now. So I'm just going to try one, maybe two roots, and just see what we've got going on underneath. All right, so there's I think a dozen there, which given the fact, I think they're 80 days or somewhere round about there, and in the book it says 100 days. This is variety rocket, but they're actually a nice size. I mean, I do like to let them bulk out a bit, so sometimes it is quantity over quality, but I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take another root and then just clean the weed out and everything, and I can start to plant some leeks. I can get them in over the weekend, and then the rest, you know, I'll leave till 100 days, and then we'll take it from there. But the leeks are going to follow, you know, this rocket and then Nicola, and then that is 2 Sarpamira over there, maybe some Savoy cabbage over there, but we'll see. Right, bring you back. So that's the second route. There's less of them, but they're bigger, definitely. You know, that's kind of more how they would be, I suppose, or even bigger, definitely, provided we continue to get adequate rain, which we certainly have had up to press. At 100 days there will be definitely that, or I've had them twice as big, to be honest, and in my opinion the flavour doesn't go away. The bigger they are, I still think they taste as good. That's just my opinion, but I can get a dozen leek plants in there, so I'll probably come down tomorrow, get some leek plants in there just to get them going. And then I'm going to put one squash here and one at the other end, and then trail them along this trellis along with this thornless blackberry. That's the plan. That's pretty much it for this one, guys. Like I said, I'm just going to spin you around now to have one last look. Like I say, that elephant garlic over there, I think that's about 3 weeks, 4 weeks at the most, so you know, we'll hopefully get to have a look at that then. And then I guess the shallots just in front of the asparagus there, they'll come out roughly around the same time. I've got these are the spuds, so I reckon there's definitely a couple of pound. I can't verify that 100%, but I would say there's a couple of pounds, so on average £1 a plant. It's happy days. So I'm going to get back up home now, plant those squash and the rest of the veg up at home, you know, just fill the gaps up and everything, and I'll see you soon. Take care, bye for now.